Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of the Generational Wrestling Podcast. As always, is yours truly, the 28-year-old piece of gold franchise, aka the showstopper, better known as the GOW's resident tribal chief. And with me, as always, I got my tag team partner, my brother, my family. He is the flyest in the room, Mr. 1, 2, 3. Putting that ass down, K Breezy, aka Tuco Kimbro, in the building. What's going on, man?
Man, what's going on, man? Sitting here trying not to fall asleep watching this damn NXT, man. I told you, man. I told you. Uh, dude.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, big dog. Man, it's been a little tough to watch, and not to any detriment of the talent themselves, man. I just feel like it's catching up to me a little bit. It's catching up to me a little bit, but
Not expect.
but
I
but
mean, it was nice to see. We'll talk about it when we talk about it, but it just too much, man. To me, it's just a lot. I don't know all
yeah,
these people. You trying to make me know all these people? I'm not. Yeah.
I see, and that's the thing. I think instead of easing our way into it, man, they kind of just, they just dumped everything out at one time. I mean, I understand that you guys got a lot of new guys and girls. You're trying to get acclimated, and you're trying to get us, to get the fans to understand who they are. But I feel like it's too many cooks in the kitchen right now. I feel like you guys need to get, your select few men and women, and then push them, and then kind of cycle the other talent you have in the rotation, when the time comes. But right now, you got Corey J, you got Electra Lopez from Legado, you got Bron Breaker, you got the Creed Bros, you got Ivy Nile and the rest of the Diamond Mine, you got Jensen and Britt. Like, you have a lot of people that we got to try to get to know on top of the people that that's already been there for a while. But like you said, man, we'll get to that. But let's kind of talk about this match card, man, for the night. So we ended up starting off the night. We get that boy, man, the NXT North American champion. We get that boy Carmelo, Mr. Shoot, and he don't miss Hayes. He came out with his boy Trick Williams. He says, hey, look, man, I'm the leader of the new school. And as long as I got this gold around my waist, this is the A championship. It don't matter if you like it, the fans like it, the people, management, it don't matter. But then we get that familiar music, man. We get that boy, somebody that's very, very familiar. Not only with the NXT championship, not only is a tag team champion, but somebody who's very familiar, the first ever 3-time North American champion. That's that boy Johnny Gargano. So Johnny Gargano came out and he said, hey, look, man, since you don't miss, how about you take your shot at me? So then, of course, Trick Williams started talking about his daughter, Indy Hartwell. And then, of course, Dexter Loomis wasn't having that. So then Dexter popped up out of nowhere. And we got a nice little face-off between these two, man. Before we get to Odyssey Jones, man, are you interested in seeing a possible Johnny Gargano versus Carmelo Hayes?
Hell yeah. I was actually excited when I seen Johnny come out because I'm like, I mean, because I kind of forgot what the music was. So what's going on, Mr. Benjamin? So when he came out, I'm like, oh shit, that's Johnny. Like, cause I'm like, no, Theory ain't there no more. He on Raw. So that's Johnny. Oh shit, Johnny coming out to challenge the new young buck, the new young NXT North American champion. So I ain't got no problem with that. I was good with that. Cool. Johnny gonna come out, put this boy over. They gonna have a great match. I see them having a great match, man. Yeah, there's gonna be a little bit of shenanigans. Of course, Loomis is kind of now the new backup for the group until that blows over. But I'm good. I'm good with it. I liked it. I'm cool with it. I can't wait to see it. I thought we were going to get an announcement for a tag match between those four, but we didn't get that. So maybe that's next week.
All right, man. Well, next up, we get that boy, man. We get the big man. We get Odyssey Jones, crowd favorite. He comes out against Andre Chase. Jones be chasing the squash match. And then we get that boy, man, Malcolm Bivens and his crew, man, his posse, his team, his gang, Diamond Mine. And he says, the Creed brothers, man, they earned the opportunity or no longer asking, they're going to go out and take it. So as part of this opportunity that Bivens speaks of, we then end up having another match. We get the Creed Bros versus Imperium. Imperium ended up picking up the victory thanks to some timely interference with Kushida and Ikemenjiro. But Tuco, hey, even though the Creed Bros took the L in this one, they really didn't take an L because them boys, when Imperium first came on the scene, especially stateside, we were wondering like who in the hell could really go. I mean, you had GYV, and I think at the time you had Riddle, and I can't remember Riddle and Dunn at the time. The Stallion Bros and all that, but we were really thinking like, who the hell can really legitimately go against GYV match for match, round for round, night for night? I think we found that in the Creed Bros. Not even in NXT. I can see them having massive success on the main roster. Tuco, what are your thoughts?
Creed Bros, man. First of all, them versus Imperium was a nice match. I liked that. I was kind of worried because I like Imperium. I wanted them to actually kind of get a little bit of a run, especially those two as a tag team. And I was worried about them losing for the younger talent, like a lot of guys kind of been doing lately. So, with a few here and there, but it was cool. It was a good match. You got Kushida and the other dude that came out to interfere, which caused the distraction, which was cool. Because you got a kind of a bit of a story there with Kushida and whatnot. But yeah, it was a cool tag match. It was cool. I like Diamond Mine. I like Imperium, so it was a good match.
All right, man. So next up, it looked like girl, what's happening? It looked like that Kyle O'Reilly was gonna get a singles run. I said it looked like. Because then, man, we get a vignette, we get a video package. We get him and Von Wagner, and I don't want to jump too far ahead of it. But before I say what I want to say, so they're training in the forest, and then they have a drink of beer afterwards, yada yada yada. And Kyle O'Reilly kind of lose, if they work together, some good things can happen. So what I don't want to see is Kyle O'Reilly get thrown back into another tag team. Um, I didn't want to see it with Roddy Strong, but it's a little different because he's in a faction, and the tag team aspect of it really has nothing to do with him per se. He's part of the group, but not part of the tag team. If that makes sense, he's his own individual champion. That's cool. But Kyle O'Reilly, man, I feel like they kind of say, cool Kyle didn't work, so we just gonna go ahead and save this real quick, man. Put him in, something that we were used to seeing him in. That's a tag team. To me, I didn't really care for the cool Kyle gimmick, but I respect what Kyle O'Reilly can do in the ring. And I really wish he would have got a longer run as a singles competitor. If this is indeed true, and they team him with Von Wagner, how do you feel about that, man?
I'm fine with it. Because like you already said it, the cool Kyle didn't work. Yeah, we know what he could do in the ring, and he got a singles push, and he knocked it out the park. But unfortunately, his character didn't translate to me as that. Oh my God, must see guy. It was only when he was coming back from injury or something that people really got pumped for him. He didn't really gravitate to people, as much. Like, because a lot of the times, a lot of his promos didn't really get over, and the fact that a lot of his promos didn't get over, um, but people liked him. So it wasn't that like people didn't like him. It was just he didn't really get over it like they thought he would. He wasn't that main event level guy. Like, yeah, he's main event talent in the ring, but character wise, you just didn't see him there. So I'm not mad at it. And if this is a different direction for him, to kind of put him out there, I'm cool with it. Why Wagner? I was kind of wondering what kind of guy he was going to be, or what he was not kind of guy, but what kind of character or what direction they were going to go with him in. And I mean, so far right now, it's a filler out. I mean, yeah, it was a cheap little montage of working out through the woods, whatever. But I got to understood of what they're going to become, and I want to see what they can become as a team. I don't want Wagner being pushed, ahead of the line. So I'm okay with him getting a veteran like Kyle and coming up, and then something happens between them where they put on a nice little match or something. But yeah, it was cool, but it wasn't. It was okay. It was okay. I can do with it, and I'm not mad at them for what he couldn't do. Like, they put him there. He had the opportunities. He had the matches, but man, for me, it just felt like people were more for the people he were going up against than they were for him.
You know what? That makes sense. That definitely makes sense. Um, yeah, like I said, I wasn't the biggest. Kyle O'Reilly fan by far, but I just kind of felt like maybe he did get the short end of the stick. But then you have a lot of good points as well. You said that the gimmick didn't connect. And I know for me, it didn't really connect. I know I kind of, I shit on the cool Kyle gimmick as well. So, I mean, it is what it is, hey, no foul. But as far as the rest of the card go, man, so we get Cora J, get a vignette. Then, of course, we come back for commercial break. We get Joe Gacy and Harlan. They cut a promo. And then, of course, after this, man, so we get another segment. We get Santos Escobar and Legado del Fantasma. So Santos shoots on Carmelo Hayes winning the North American Championship. Cora Jade comes out, interrupts Elektra Lopez. Elektra Lopez ends up losing to Jade via the cheap roll-up. Nothing special. Then we get a segment with Ciampa and Breaker. Then we get a triple threat, man. Women's tag, 3 representatives of the women's tag team. Who will be fighting next week for the championship at Halloween Havoc. You got Io Shirai, JC Jane, and Persia Parada. Shirai ended up picking up the victory. She spins the wheel. Next week, the tag team championships will be defended in the triple threat ladder match. Too cold, man. What do you think?
I mean, we'll finally get to see something. We'll see what all these women can do. Flat out. We'll see what they can do, and we'll go from there, man. I trust some of them. It'll be interesting to see what they can bring, but one of them got hurt, so I don't even know if she's going to be.
Yeah, JC Jane.
In the triple threat. I mean, they announced they still announced it as a triple threat, but maybe Mandy Rose will take their place. I don't know, but maybe she'll kind of like do like the Adam Cole thing, where she'll be the tag champion, but she could possibly go after the women's championship too, because she also has a women's match that night. But
yeah.
And they just got done announcing the card for it. So, we decided we gonna predict on some of these matches and have a little fun with it next week. It's Halloween Havoc, man. Why not get in the spirit of Halloween? It's Halloween Havoc. Why not have a little fun with it? But
all right, man. Oh, my bad.
But I forgot, man. Actually, hold on, give me a second, because I'm actually behind like a few minutes. So I actually haven't. There we go. All right, now I'm caught up.
He said he had to catch up real quick.
Now to catch up. Yeah, now I'm caught up. See Ciampa getting his butt whooped from boys GYV. Not bad. They just announced 4 title matches and then an arrival of one dude. So we'll see what next week go be up. But franchise, man, my bad, man. Let's let's kick through this thing, man. And
man, you already know what time it is. All right, then of course, man. So we get a Tony D'Angelo vignette. Then we get a Solo Sikoa vignette. Then we get Tony D'Angelo versus Ru Fang. D'Angelo ends up winning. Then we get a segment.
And kidnapping what's the name's producer, putting him in the trunk.
Yeah. Lash Legends producer in the trunk. God damn, I'm up here coughing. I got a dry throat. What the hell? All right, then next up, man, we get a segment. We get Ikemen Jiro and Kushida in the bathroom, man. Look like these two gonna be a tag team of sorts, which I'm kind of curious, man. I'm very curious to see how this works out. And then, of course, we're gonna do Hudson vignette. Then we get Legado del Fantasma, man. They attack Briggs and Jensen in the back. We would then get a Mandy Rose and Raquel Gonzalez Halloween Havoc promo. Bro, I said this before. I'm gonna say it again. The way they've been booking Mandy, when Mandy first randomly showed up at NXT, me, like much of all the other wrestling fans and shit, we like, what the hell is Mandy Rose doing in NXT? And then for a while, she just came out and sat on desk and shit. Then she had her little thing with Frankie Monet. We really didn't know where the hell that was going. But it seems like she has finally found her calling as the leader of Toxic Attraction. She's going after Raquel Gonzalez. And bro, I don't expect Mandy Rose to win, but you did bring up a very valid point a few weeks ago. Mandy is Vince McMahon's typical type of woman he likes to employ as champion, or at least he has in the past. I'm actually I'm very, very interested in this match, man. What are your final thoughts and feelings on this match between Mandy Rose and Raquel Gonzalez?
I can see some shenanigans happening and Mandy Rose winning. But if not, then Raquel retains, but I don't know how much longer she's gonna retain. Like, she's cool, but at some point you run through everybody, and it's different when Asuka did it, because Asuka, to some people, Asuka was the underdog. where
Yeah.
where Gonzalez, she's not the underdog ever in a match. There's no one that's gonna make her seem like the underdog in a match. So she's had a nice little run. She's pretty much gone through most of the roster. I mean, she's fought. It is what it is. Uh, I don't expect her in NXT for long anyway. I expect her to be called up very soon. So I wouldn't be surprised, even though they just had the draft, but you things change. It's WWE. Things change. Um, damn, boys got the law pin. They should have won, but damn, YB took another loss. I've just given up on them winning on championship, man. They're not winning nothing. Uh, they're never going nowhere. But what were we talking about? Oh, the women's tag team. But no, man, I like it. We'll see what happens.
All right, man. Then next up, of course, we get a match: LA Knight versus Grayson Waller. The winner will end up being the host of Halloween Havoc. LA Knight ended up winning that, and I'm actually upset, man. Like, this is what LA Knight has been relegated to. We understand, sports entertainment, but goddamn, even for NXT, I feel like this was a low. I mean, you could have announced LA Knight as the host, but I feel like having him wrestle a match to be the host, man, I feel like LA Knight, to me, I feel like he's above that. What are your thoughts?
He is above that. The problem for him is when he got there, he came in at the tail end of the Triple H reign to where it got taken over. So whatever the plans were for him moving forward, those have drastically changed. And he's something different now going forward. And that's what a lot of people. Um, it's not just him. Once we found out what officially was going to happen and when it was going to happen, anything that we thought was going to happen with certain people is not happening. They've obviously changed and dropped a lot of some storylines. They just went with new things. And right now I got Ciampa and Breaker standing in the ring face to face. But yeah, man, there's not much to there's not much. It's just what they've been doing, and that's just how they've been working.
Yeah. All right, then of course we ended up, excuse me, golly, we ended up finishing up the night, man, with the main event. We got Ciampa and Breaker versus GYV. GYV once again ended up picking up the victory. Oh, excuse me, ended up taking a loss as Breaker and Ciampa ended up picking up the victory. Tuco, man, we both said it. You just said it. I've kind of, well, no, I haven't kind of. Let's cut the bullshit. I've given up hope for GYV and NXT. 3, 4, 5 times over, we felt they should have been the tag team champions. They have not. What are your thoughts, man? And this is no shade or disrespect to Tommaso Ciampa. I'm just sick and tired of fucking GYV.
It's after 10 o'clock. Tuco about to get real. Nah, fuck that. This is motherfucking shade because this is some motherfucking bullshit. Dude, man, are they flashy? No, man, but they're a really great tag team, man. And if you look at some of the tag teams, man, they've had great matches because of what these dudes can do, and they talk shit and they back it up, man. I like they remind me of FTR, but yet, dude, man, I understand you want to push MSK, and that was fine and all, but 2 years in a row, man, you dropped the ball on GYV. And put it on other tag teams some of them you didn't even really last that long as champions. Where these guys could have really had a nice little run while you were wanting to build and get ready for someone else. But man, it is what it is, man. They lost again. MSK is gonna be defending their championship next week against Imperium, and we're gonna talk about that a little later. But I've just. It's to the point now where it's just I've kind of just given up. I don't even know. I still am fans of them. It doesn't make me not fans of them, but looking for them to be soon to be NXT Tag Team Champions is just.
Well, I'm fans of them because I understand it's not their fault. Okay, like it's not like they suck. No, it's not like they're not getting over with the crowd.
No,
they're everything we want them to
Hell, the crowd is starting
Yeah.
to boo MSK. Like that's to the point where it's
Yeah.
like,
let's
like,
talk
damn,
about
really?
that. Let's talk about that because I noticed that, when Imperium picked up the victory, golly, I can't remember who the hell did they just beat.
The twins from the Diamond Mine.
Yes. The Creed Bros. When Imperium beat the Creed Bros, and the MSK came out with the sneak attack, which I'm not gonna lie, was some sucker shit. It is what it is. He came out with the sneak attack, beat the shit out of Imperium. The the crowd started booing him, and I'm like, okay. So even the crowd is getting sick and tired of MSK. All right, let's go. Time to pull the trigger on GYV. But are they?
It's not. But GYV's not in the conversation. It's Imperium, which I'm not mad at. I'm not mad because Imperium is still looking legit like they are. So that's cool. Like we getting to give. It's like a give or take. But at the same time, it's like, man, Imperium came and were the NXT Tag Team Champions. They gotta have a little run already. Why GYV hasn't gotten their opportunity yet? They've been doing the damn thing. They've been having good matches. They've been doing the shit. They've been showing out. They show out every time they've been in the match, regardless of whatever tag team you want to go back and look at them fight for the past year and a half. They've been showing out, man. So I just don't get it. I just didn't get it. I figured, man, well, if they didn't win the cup, well, no, I figured they were going to win the cup. They should have won the Dusty Cup, considering they lost last year to some upstarts, some newcomers that came in. All right, and that was Riddle, but it was just a new team for him, and the bro, what were they called? I can't remember what they were called, but it was Pete Dunne and Matt Riddle, and
They were the Stallion Bros, I believe.
the style. You're right, the bro style, or whatever. But they lost to them. Okay, that was different in a way because those were two established stars that were teaming together. People were really big fans of them. So to see them kind of make it, like it was kind of like when Samoa Joe and Finn Balor did it. You like so it was kind of like that moment. But COVID happened. Pete Dunne was stuck across seas, so Matt Riddle, ended up teaming up with Timothy Thatcher, and then that whole thing went the way it went. But I don't know, man. Everybody's plans got scraped, Errol. Everybody, whatever. But even before what Vince was doing, they were getting played. So it was like I was already upset about it before then. So I'm not even gonna put that on Vince. It's just now he's kind of further it to where it's like it's just not gonna happen, man. But yo, man, that's the show, man. Let's get into this prediction real quick, man. It's Halloween Havoc, man. It's October, it's Halloween. It's the Halloween week, man. Let's have a little fun with it, man. Let's go out here and talk a little wrestling. Since they want to give us this TV special, we'll take it. I don't see no other pay-per-view coming until the Survivor Series. So with that being said, man, now I got 4 title matches for next week. Now, which means next Tuesday is going to be a nice lit show, 4 title matches. I feel like all of them are going to get decent time, which is why it's 4, because they're going to be doing a lot of promo shit in between. So you're only going to really have time for 4 matches, and at least for them to all have proper time. So let's go first, man, with, let's go first with the men's NXT Tag Team Championships. We got Imperium going up against MSK. I'm going Imperium, man. MSK can find a way to still win it. I'm going Imperium. I'm MSK cool, but yeah, I'm ready. I've been ready to pull the trigger on them, and I might be biased because I've been ready to pull the trigger on them because of GYV. So I'm going with Imperium. Bro, who you got?
I'm rocking with you, man. Birds of a feather fly together. Imperium.
Imperium it is.
Birds of a feather flock together.
All right, man. Then next up, man, of course, man, we got the women's triple threat tag team match. I don't know, man, because one, I done already told you, man, I don't know how to feel about EO and Starks. They haven't been doing anything. Now they might get the same treatment as Swerve. They might get the one-off victory, but they might lose it the next time. I don't know. I'm gonna go to you first, so I kind of know where you might be going just because of who she is. But who you going, man? Where you going with this, man? You got girls from Toxic, the Toxic Chicks. You got Indy and her girl, and then you got Starks and EO.
As I eat on these nasty ass fries from Wendy's, they need to go back to their old recipe because this new one sucks ass.
Yeah, I hate
But
them new fries. Yeah, I had some Wendy's tonight. I don't like them new fries.
yeah. So you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this shit's
They,
terrible.
they tried
This
they tried to make them like Burger Kings, I think, or no,
okay.
they tried to make
You
them
do
like
know
KFC fries, but I'm good.
these is KFC don't. Okay.
Yeah,
Sit up here wasting my hunger and metabolism on this shit. You know, I only got a certain amount of calories too, Cole.
you stupid, man. You stupid, man. Man, the triple threat women's tag match, man. Who you got?
Dude, so I really in my heart, you know, I love me some EO. I mean, she right there with Sasha Banks. Come on now. But I'm gonna be real, bro. They have not done shit. And honestly, I'm tired of this EO and the tag team shit. I mean, it ain't Kyrie saying I don't want it. But then I don't know how to feel about because I don't see Indy Hartwell. I don't see her in a Persia Parada chick. I don't see them winning. I possibly see Gigi Dolan and JC Jane from Toxic Attraction, but something is telling me after that spill, what you call it took, they're not winning that shit not right now. So fuck. I'm on paper, on the record, I'm gonna say Io and Stark retain, but they are gonna excuse me, they are gonna lose their next defense. But if they don't win, just for the second conversation, I see Toxic Attraction picking up the victory. But my official on the record is Io and Stark retain.
Okay, so let's do it like this. So if everything is okay and she ends up wrestling, who do you pick?
Damn. I really want to say Toxic Attraction. Because you got to break up Io. I can't go against Io, man. Io and Stark.
So either way, EO Starks. All right, cool. All right, then. Well, I'm a fuck your head up because I'm going way left. I'm not picking neither one of them. I'm not picking EO or Starks. Well, I'm not picking neither one. I'm not picking that team. So I had to think about it. Like, wait a minute, they're not teaming. They're not teaming up against each other. So
you going with Indy?
I'm going with Indy and Patricia or whatever her name. Just say Persia. Yeah, I'm going with Indy and Persia.
And you know what's crazy? Even though I don't think they will win, knowing NXT in this new direction they want to go, and the push that Indy was getting with Candice before Candice got pregnant, I can see it. I can see
but it. If Toxic Attraction does end up being in the match, I'm picking them to win. I think Toxic Attraction will win. So I'm picking them if it is a triple threat with Toxic Attraction. Gotcha. But if it's not and it's just a one-on-one, just a regular tag team match, I'm going with Indy and Persia.
But either way, Io and them losing.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. As far as I'm going, yeah, Io and them, I'm picking them to lose. I don't really see much else coming from that. Yeah, whatever. I don't even know what the plan was for them because again, they won it before all this happened. So you can break them up for all I care. It is what it is. It's not like it's really getting over. You're not really having them on TV, and when you do, it's just really awkward. I mean, Zoe Stark's cool, but she just doesn't really do it for me talking. I like her in the ring. I don't need her to talk. All right, man. Next up, man. What say? We did the men's, we did the women's. Let's go with the women's championship, man. Mandy Rose, your girl, Big Mommy Cool. Who you got?
You evil man. Mandy. I got Mandy.
You got Mandy?
I got Mandy. I'm looking at the talent pool right now. You ain't gonna throw Electra Lopez in there right now. I don't see nobody else I don't see nobody else that's believable unless you throw EO, but nah. Yeah, I got Mandy.
I'm going with Raquel. I'm gonna go with Big Mommy Cool. All right, man. Next up and finally, if there's a fifth match, I didn't recall seeing what it was. I remember all of these matches are spin the wheel. So whatever the wheel spins, that's the stipulation match that it'll be. NXT title match, Tommaso Ciampa versus Breaker. Who you got? You know what, man? I'm gonna go first. I'm going to say Ciampa retains. I think Breaker's going to show out, but I think he's going to retain. Who you got, man?
Common sense says Tommaso Ciampa. I'm going against common sense. Bron Breakker.
All right, man. There was a fifth. I know there was there's a new dude debuting, but I don't think there was another.
I think he. I forgot what Solo Sikoa. I believe.
Yeah.
In real life, I believe in real life he's a Uso. So that'd be cool to kind of see another Samoan brother back up in that thing, man. God damn, they've been taking over. So
I mean, right? They been. I say, dude, they ain't just taking. Man, they been took over wrestling, man. It's them and one other family, and that's it. With that being said, that's the 4 main announced matches. For all 4 title matches. If there's another match, we'll talk about it, when we go live or whatever. But yeah, man, that's it, man. Ladies and gentlemen, that's NXT 2.0. I hope the show next week is way better than what it's been. I mean, it's been hit or miss, but there is a 5th match. There's a 5th match. I'm like, no, there is a 5th match. Trick and Carmelo, man, they got challenged to a Hunter House with Gargano and Loomis.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Who you got?
I gotta go. I got. Come on, man. I got Gargano. This screams Dexter Loomis all the way.
The way. I'm just gonna put the way. All right. Yeah, I'm going the way too. Yeah, I'm not even going. I'm going away too. Okay. All right. There it is. That was all the matches. I'm like, it's Halloween Happy. I'm like, I feel like I'm missing a match. I just saw it. That's what it was. So 5 matches. So those 5 matches will happen, but there are gonna be some shenanigans happen. Man, it's definitely gonna shake up the predictions, man, because outside of maybe 2 picks, we got 5 matches, 2 picks that we picked the same. The rest are man, somebody gonna lose out next week. All right, man. It's gonna be a comeback or it's gonna be a come fail. Either way. But other than that, man, ladies and gentlemen, man, that's your NXT 2.0 review. Man, that's the guy, man, the engineer of the year, man. Your tribal chief. He's your. I say he's your tribal chief, man. You acknowledge this man because he's the GOW's tribal chief, and you better acknowledge him. I am Too Cold, the Hitman, the Flyers, the Hooded Knight. We will be back tomorrow. I don't even know what the hell we're gonna talk about tomorrow. I just kind of said it. I ain't even talked to this man about it to even see if he wanted to do it, but I know kind of what his answer is gonna always be. So it's like, well, yeah, shit, I might as well just go ahead and say it. So tomorrow, yeah, man, we'll pick a time. We'll come on, hit that notification, man. We're gonna come live. We're gonna talk the shit with you, and we'll see y'all Friday, man, for another banger, man. Deuces.